Dito Live.
What's going on, everyone? This is your guy, Demetrius Tollfree, excited to let you all know I'm finally ready to launch my own weekly podcast. You guessed it, Dito Live. Each episode, we will have a sit-down conversation about what's going on in our local community and beyond. But for right now, go and subscribe to my brand new YouTube channel. Simply search Tollfree at DTOLEFREE. I'm so excited that I can't wait for you to join me live exclusively on Facebook and YouTube for my brand new podcast. Y'all already know what it is. Yes, sir, Doc.
Hey everybody, what's up? Hope everybody's well, having a great day. Good evening. I hope you are good. So what's happening? So hopefully you can see me well. We'll talk about this new equipment tomorrow. But yeah, good evening. Hope everybody's well. Welcome to Let's Talk, Conversation for Creatives. I'm excited tonight to have some big conversation for an amazing event that is happening in the city of Denver, Colorado, for Travon Williams, Anthony Rose Productions, which is owned by Travon Williams. So super excited to talk to him, and to his cast for everything that's happening. We hope you had a great day at church today. Did you go to church? All right. So we want to see you talking in the comments, please. Share this live. Invite someone here. We're going to actually be on Instagram in just a second too. So, hey, get involved in the conversation, right? So I want to share with you, sometimes I forget when I'm live, I have an opportunity to share about other amazing creatives and businesses around the country. And so shout out to Marquise Jekyll, who has the company called Church Stuff. It's a great space where he shares about different events, products from all over the country. So if you need promotion, he is one great resource that I trust, that I love. Another one of my favorite resources is actually, this was it right? Keep Pushing Promotions. It's owned and operated by Gabriel Tice. And so I highly encourage, both of these guys, Marquise and Marquise and Gabriel, they are hands-on. And you can talk to them directly, something that we don't get to see all the time when we are in this, kind of AI age. And, so a lot of times you're talking to a computer robot, you get to talk to them directly. So I want to encourage you to reach out because, listen, people cannot support what they do not know about. So I encourage you to get on their books or whatever have you before you get into the new year. Don't plan late. New Year's Eve is coming, right? Christmas is coming, New Year's Eve is coming. You should already be pushing what you're doing, getting that out there, getting that moving. And then let's see, I also want to shout out on one of my other favorite people, which is Mr. Zach Williams. He is a long-time gospel artist. He has amazing music. He is the choir master. He is a choir master, and he owns but he is a head of Zach Williams and One Accord, and he relaunched his Choir Storm radio show. It comes on usually, I believe, on Thursdays, and you can actually catch me there when we do a segment about artistry and creative things and just giving tips and tools and things like that. So shout out to Mr. Zach. I love this guy. He's just amazing. And so I also want to shout out something that's coming up. This is always my goal when I started this, to kind of give a space for people to talk about what's going on in their space or their place. Another great thing that's happening is the Rhythm of Gospel Awards, the 18th Rhythm of Gospel Awards, June 18th through the 21st, 2026 in Raleigh, North Carolina. Listen, I want to encourage you to go because a lot of times, first, the Stellar Awards are open to everybody. It's totally open to the public. But there are other award shows that happen throughout the year. And this is great because they actually highly salute and celebrate independent artists. So you don't have to be, chart topping, if you will. So many other things that may be required in other spaces. So I really want to encourage you to go to follow them on the rhythmofgospelawards.com. They have it. They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook. Please follow them. Stay connected. Stay alert so you can stay within that. And I got one more little announcement here. All right. So I'm coming home to Denver to do an event called Sunday Night Live. It's my second Sunday Night Live, and my friend was going to come to him in just a second, give me ID. So won't you, you coming home? So we doing home for the holidays. We're going to do some very amazing things at this event. I feel like I get my best ideas in church, and so while I was in church today, another idea came to me to do. So we're going to do some very amazing things at this event. I really want you to come. It's totally free of charge. All right, so I don't want you to have to feel like you have to pull between one event and another. There's a couple of things going on in Denver, that weekend, so everybody can celebrate everybody. So this event is a community event. That means we're asking you to bring canned goods, a gift for a child, and it's cold, right? So I'm also going to ask if you bring one of those three items. You can bring some gloves. You can bring, used or gently used or new coats, things like that. We really want to help people. All right, so you can come totally free. I just want you guys to come and hang out and have a good time, okay? All right, all right. So we're going to get to the conversation. Again, I want to ask you to share, like, and share, please. That's really important, so we can get more people into this conversation today, right? So we're going to be talking about fashion. One of my other favorite things to talk about, and while we're going to talk about that, invite your fashion friends. Listen, you don't have to be a churchy kid, okay, to be in these conversations. You don't even necessarily have to be a creative, but I just want to have conversation, okay? All right, so I'm going to bring up my first guest. He's my stylist, he's my friend, he's my we're on the road. He's a lot of things for me. He's probably like, why is she in the hat today? Amen, but we're going to do something else next week. Okay, so my friend Travon Williams of Anthony Rose Productions. Hi, Travon.
Hi.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay,
Can you
okay.
hear me?
Yes, absolutely. So you got
Okay.
your red glasses on. You got your net shirt on. You know
Listen,
what I'm saying?
I did tell, everybody that, let's at least somehow represent the spirit of what we're going to be talking about tonight. So, our guests tonight, they should be hopping on very shortly. I know they are slowly hopping on because I just sent out a message, but everybody may be putting on red tonight. I don't know. We'll see if they
Oh, that
adhere.
was the memo. So it means I should have worn the
Yeah,
red hair. Okay.
yeah. We'll see if they adhere to the message
To
that
what
was
you
sent out. So
requested.
we'll see.
Okay, so tell us about first for people who may not know you, tell them who you are. Although you've been here before, but tell them who you are.
So my name is Travon. Travon Williams. That is. I am a man of many hats. I do custom couture looks, meaning that everything is made from scratch. It's personalized to you. I also do styling.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Yolanda, we work together. I mean, when you see her, you see me. When you see me, you see her. Um, so styling. But not only that, I also do productions, whether that be fashion shows. I've done weddings, anything you can think of event wise, and name it, I've done. So aside from the fashion side of things, Anthony Rose Fashions and Productions, which is my business name, it houses fashion, but it also houses the production side of what I do, which is fashion, merchandising, production, whether that be event planning or pretty much just, event managing. I do it all. To get to the idea of tonight, Carol of the Bells is a fashion project that
Yes.
It's something that I really wanted to do for a while. I've done a lot of shows, a lot of Christmas show. Well, I've done a lot of shows, but I haven't done a Christmas show, and it's always been my love or my yearn to do a Christmas themed production.
Okay.
And this particular idea or this particular show, I've sat on it for a really long time. And I just always thought that, nobody would really get into a Christmas fashion show. Nobody was really looking for it. And just especially right now, I feel like I was pushed to finally birth, if you will, this show and this idea for a multitude of reasons. One being, you know, we are getting or we are moving to a portion of the time of the year where people really start to either decline in their spirit as well as like, they've lost someone around the holidays or whatever. So their spirits are low, or, people are just really on a high. And I know with the government shutdown and all the things that are going on, like people are not really traveling. And believe me, I know that from, what I do for a 9 to 5. So, people are just really in the house and there's not a lot of things going on. And I come from a time where, Christmas, we was going to somebody's church. There was a production every week. Heritage did a Christmas play or a Christmas production that would run for weeks at a time. And we're just, I don't know, Colorado is in a weird space right now where, it's not a lot going on. It's not a lot of productions going on or a lot of things that you could physically go to celebrate the holidays as a unit. So I felt like I was pushed to do something, and just fashion being my niche. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it's time to finally do this this Christmas fashion show. So when I got into the idea of what it was that I wanted to do, I'm like, well, I can't do a Christmas show and not really tie in the true meaning of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I contacted you, and I'm like, hey, I have this idea. This is kind of what I want to do. Would
Yes.
you be down to come home? And here we are. And yeah, so
Yeah. So why? Let me ask you this: as we're preparing to bring in your guests, we're going to launch out other spaces, to push your event today. You could have gone anywhere, right? For what I don't want to tell the whole world what you do for every day, but for what you do for a living, you could have went anywhere. You didn't have you. Why not another city? Why Denver?
so again, the interesting part is, I mean, Denver, regardless of where I'm, where I go or where I've been, Denver is always going to be home. Even, when I'm like, oh no, I'm ready to leave. I don't want to be here no more. Denver will always be home, and that will never change.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, just growing up and being in the spirit of the holidays, you were able to go somewhere, whether it be somebody's church, whether it be, something in the community. Somebody was doing something related to the holidays. So I just felt like, especially now with people being in the house, people not really traveling, people not going anywhere, it's like, okay, what can I do to, especially with Christmas being my favorite holiday? Like, I mean, if you don't know that by now, I'm putting that out there. But Christmas being my favorite holiday, I'm like, what can I do to uplift people's spirits? But not just uplift people's spirits, but what can I do to also give back, which is something else we are going to talk about. Well, what can I do to really like get us back in that space where, you know, the Christmas events, the Christmas plays, all of these things that I grew up around, to bring that atmosphere, bring that that aroma back to the city. And
Mm-hmm.
granted, I mean, I'm not, a big name, but I feel like I do something and I make enough noise to where, somebody's gonna get wind or somebody is going to adhere to what it is that I'm doing. And I'm just like, okay, let me kick it off. Let me do a Christmas production. And hopefully years to come, or in the future we get back to that. But yeah, it was just more so like there's nothing going on. I haven't seen any advertisement for any Christmas plays, any advertisement for any Christmas events outside of ours. So I'm like, something. We the city needs something, needs some
Yeah.
type of love, some type of uplifting, some type of hope, and some type of good time that is a fun, safe environment.
This is good. So it's a family event. I mean,
Yes,
I know,
definitely,
but I'm
definitely.
asking too. So it's a family event, fashion, fun. So I'm gonna have you announce it a couple times. I'm gonna talk about it right now before we bring any of your guests up. So, Carol of the Bells, Fashion Extravaganza, December 13th, in Denver, Colorado, at the Zion Senior Center, or the Zion Center.
Hmm.
Now, this is a ticketed event, right? And where
Yes.
can they get their tickets?
So you can get your tickets on eventbrite.com. If you go on Eventbrite and just do /AnthonyRoseFP, the main page will come up, which will kind of direct you towards the Care of the Bells section, because it's going to have all of my events listed. But yeah, just eventbrite.com /AnthonyRose, or something that I'm doing this time around that I have never done, which is I have physical tickets. So if you want a ticket, you are not a social media, you are not a media person, that is totally fine. You can reach out to me or anybody that joins this live, and just say, hey, I'm trying to get a ticket. I want to be in the building. I want to be in the room. How can I, get my ticket? And one of us will direct you to me. We can meet up. I can get you the physical ticket, or just let us know and we will make arrangements to get them to you.
This is awesome. Yeah. So this is what I want to encourage everybody to do, to follow Travon, on all social media platforms. And so you can follow him directly at the Trey Anthony. And I want to encourage you to come, not just because I'll be there. I would encourage you. I wasn't saying. I want to encourage you because it's good to get outside. I had this conversation with my friend Cedric about that. One of the beautiful things about growing up in the 1900s was that you got to go outside and you got to play with your friends and you got to make snow angels and do all these beautiful things that right now, AI technology and technology sometimes pulls us away from those things. So I want to encourage you to go to this event, because I think it'll be great, for you to attend. So when we talk to your guests, talk to your cast, so who do you want me, who are we going to pull up first?
Um, let's see who is here. So I know.
So I have
So
Carolyn, I have Hollywood. I think I have your nephew, Katrina, and see. So let's you just tell me who we want to pull into the conversation.
Well, before we pull anybody in, I think we should definitely mention, the weekend is not just so, aside from my event, we also have, Yolanda already mentioned it, SNL on Sunday. So you definitely can come on Saturday, get fashion, get the joy of Christmas, get all of that, get a shopping experience, because we do have vendors who will be there advertising and selling their products. So definitely check out the vendors if you do come. But then you can also come on Sunday and enjoy SNL Sunday Night Live, where we are going to have a great, 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 great time and
Yeah.
enjoy, one, being home for the holidays, and two, celebrating the true meaning of Christmas, which us as believers we know as Jesus Christ. So there's that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and
Um,
thank you to Trayvon, because I said, well, I'm really coming home for him. And I said, I have an idea. Can I have that? He's like, yeah. So this is what I love. There's so many things happening that we can shout out to Pastor Tellers. They're having their church anniversary that same weekend. And I don't think any of this is by accident. Shout out to Rayshawn Walker. The Colorado movement's coming back together, to do a reunion, to sing at Pastor Tellers. I just felt like none of this is by accident, right? So we all get to come together, we get to have fun, we get to laugh together. We really go together singing. So this is going to be great. This is going to be great. So you tell us who you want to come into the conversation first.
let's see. So the event, like I said, I I pride myself on not just doing your average runway show. So aside from Yolanda, we have 3 other performers that will be joining us that night. I want to. I don't know if Jeremiah and Shayvon are on yet.
I think that Jeremiah, I wanted to make sure I did not say it incorrectly. So I believe Jeremiah is here. Okay, so we're going to pull him into the conversation. Now, you said Sierra. Is that how we say it?
No,
No,
Shayvon.
Shayvon.
Yeah.
And who is the other individual?
So James might not be on. He did message me and say that he had something going on.
Okay,
Jeremiah, you might have to unmute yourself.
oh, hi, Jeremiah. He might be a little still.
Yeah.
So I think the other singers here, you please say her name so I don't miss
Shayvon.
Shayvon. Okay. So I miss Shayvon. Okay, you ready? Thumbs up. Okay. So hi, Miss Shayvon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm wonderful. So welcome to the conversation. So excited to have you. Can't wait to meet you um, this December for this amazing event. And I believe he came back in. Okay, so all
Beauty.
right, well, let's talk about it. So, what is your part? What are you doing a part of the show?
I'm coming to the show as a singer. I will be singing, I believe, 2 songs in the show. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to be placed in the show, but I do know I'm singing 2 songs.
Okay, awesome. So let's tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from?
I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Okay, don't be shy.
Um,
Just tell us where you're from. You're from Denver.
no, yeah, I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Okay,
Um, I'm 18. I didn't grow up in Denver, Colorado, but I'm here now. I was born in Colorado though, and honestly, I've been trying to work hard to be a singer. I've been trying to make music and all that, and the artist um, Anthony Rose has actually been helping me get that attention for my voice and my talent, since I've always been told that I can sing very well. So I appreciate that, and I am like ready to go.
okay. This is amazing. This is amazing. And you said you're 18.
Yes.
Wow, wow. So you made me the oldest person on the card. Okay. So
So
all
the
right.
funny thing is, what she's not sharing is, so everybody that is associated with the show, and I'm starting to see everybody pop in now. So, um, both of the, of course, like I said, me and Yolanda, we have a really great friendship, but also a working relationship. I am her stylist. Shayvon, that is actually my baby sister. So talent is somewhere all up and through and all around me. So that's my baby sister. When I say this girl, she those who had the pleasure of attending my dollhouse fashion show, she was the one of the only singers on that well, she was the only singer on that show. And she actually launched the idea of me adding singers to the show, in the idea that Carol of the Bells is going to feature the 4 singers with a twist. So again, all of my productions are not like your standard runway show. Um, I've always grown up watching Victoria's Secret and their fashion shows, and how they add singers, how they add singers, exactly, how they add singers and everything to the mix, and incorporate that with the fashion and just telling a story, which is something that my productions are founded upon. So she actually did my Welcome to the Dollhouse fashion show and launched the idea of adding this new level of things. So her Jeremiah and yourself and James, who I don't think he's here tonight, but he will be there on the 13th. Yeah, we're gonna do some really great things. Of course, the two that are here tonight. Even you, Yolanda, I don't think y'all really know what y'all yes meant just yet. But as we pull models in, we've had rehearsals and everything so far. So yeah, it's gonna be a production that you don't want to miss. But Shayvon, definitely let people know where they can find you before we move on to Jeremiah.
As in like my
Your
social
social
media.
medias and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't have it off the top of my head, but my Instagram is shay.baby. The S is a $sign. Sorry about that.
Okay, cool.
That's kind of the only social media I'm active on. I don't do Twitter or Facebook or TikTok. Yeah. So Instagram. Yep.
Okay. Let's come on. Let's have this conversation. Now, I didn't want to pronounce your nephew. This your nephew.
Yeah.
I didn't want to pronounce your name wrong. I was nervous. So tell me how I actually say your name.
You gotta unmute yourself, Jeremiah.
Oh, Jeremiah.
Yeah, it's Jeremiah.
It's the way it's spelled. Okay. Okay. What are you doing?
Oh. What was the question?
How you doing?
I'm honestly kind of hungry. That's how I'm feeling right now.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay. But I'm excited to see you. And so tell you're from Denver.
Yeah, that's true.
This is true. So this is your nephew. Okay, so tell me, how old are you?
I'm about 13 years old.
I love about. Okay, and so are you excited to be participating in the show?
Yes, except I am nervous because I've never done this at a fashion show before.
What? Now listen, this is one of my favorite people in the world, and nobody is more straightforward than him. So shout out to David Briggs Johnson, who says, I like the honesty. I applaud the honesty. Right, I applaud. We can all learn from that. So this is cool. This is cool. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to hang out with you and do the fashion with you. You know, we all here together. So this is great. Okay, so tell us about the music portion. You wanted to add music to the fashion show. It's Christmas. You're doing holiday music. Tell us more about that portion of the show.
Since me and my mom were coming up with songs to do, since Travon helped me with the second one being Where Are You Christmas from the Grinch, and with my choosing of This Christmas by Chris Brown, that's probably one of my favorite ones.
Okay. Okay, I love the Grinch, first of all. The Grinch is everything. This is going to be cool. This is going to be cool. So can I tell people, you're also going to be styling us. This is correct?
Yes. So outside of the designs that I am showcasing, I'm going to make sure all of the singers are, especially during the moments that you guys are singing during, clothes being showcased. I am going to make sure that you guys are on theme as well as correlate with the idea of the show. So yeah, y'all will be suited and booted along with everybody else.
This is awesome. So again, we're going to say this several times here that this show is Carol of the Bells. It is December 13th. Yes, December 13th. Am I saying that right? December 13th.
Yep, December the 13th.
Zion Center. I'm right there in Park Hill, not Stapleton.
Mm-hmm.
Not Stapleton, Saints. That's the new name. It's Park
right.
So right there in Park Hill, and you can come and hang out with us. Shout out to the crown carrying queen herself, Miss Erica Quinn. She says, "I know this is going to be amazing. He is going to be exceptional as in Jeremiah. He's so humble. Trayvon is always doing the most. I love it. I'm here for it." Oh, this is cool. So let's talk to more of your cast, right? This is cool. We get to do a cast.
Yes. So Jeremiah and Shayvon, if y'all want, you are good to log out because we're gonna move on to some other people that is a part of the show.
You just tell me, we bring up everybody.
So let's move into the designer portion of the show. Jeremiah, Shayvon, y'all want to go ahead and hop off? You're good to go. So
Hi,
again,
thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely cool. I can't wait to meet you. This
And
is
I
going to be
apologize for like logging off that one part.
No,
I don't know what happened. I
you're all
deleted you
right.
guys. Thank you. Bye.
So again, Carol the Bells will showcase not just fashion, but it will also showcase music. Like I said, the night will feature Yolanda, Shayvon, Jeremiah, and James, who he's not here tonight, but he will be there on the 13th. But I would like to move on to some of the designers. It looks like Wintress is present, of Lyman Co.
Okay, you said yes. So
So it looks
that's
like
probably like,
Wintress is
Yolanda, you want to
present.
song? But I don't want to get people's names wrong. So that's why I'm going to let him announce the same.
Sarah might be on of Sake Clothing.
If you're Sarah and you're here, I can see you. So you have to wave, okay? If you're here, you have to wave, and I can drop you in, okay? And so tell me some other people you want.
New Hollywood. I know you mentioned her name earlier. She may be on. And she's sitting at the sewing machine, baby. I know that's right.
This is good.
She is sitting at the sewing machine. Not sure if, let's see who else.
Tia, while he's looking, Tia, first of all,
yes.
I love Tia so much. When I see her, I'm gonna jump up and down like a kid who just got hot chicken out grease. I just love this girl so like I'm stuck. I love her so much, and I feel like her oldest son is like grown, like
yeah. Keanu is grown. Uh-oh. Is it me? Winnie, are you muted? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I thought it was me. So yeah, Keanu is grown. But Jeremiah is Tia's youngest son. So yes. Maybe I don't know if it's mine or if it's her connection.
She's frozen.
Okay. Okay, I think she just went out and came back in. But so right now we have Wintress of Lime and Co. on. We'll let her introduce herself in a second. And then we got Lula. Am I saying it right? Lula of New Hollywood on. And what people don't know is Wintress and Lula, they are both actually coming from the East Coast. So I had the pleasure of living on the East Coast at one particular time. And me and Wintress were longtime friends. Like we 10 plus years in this situation. But Wintress was like, I got a friend who I think might want to join us this time around. And I said, okay, let me meet her. Let me see. So then that's when Lula came to the table. So I'm excited to finally meet her in person. But yes, Winnie, I'll let you go first. And then Lula, you can go after Winnie, but introduce yourselves. Let us know a little bit about yourselves and what it is that you are going to be bringing to the table for Carol of the Bells?
Okay. First things first. Hello, hi world. How's it going? My name is Wintress. It means Princess of Fallen Snow. So I'm already extra as is. The name of my line is called LIME, which is an acronym for Love is My Everything. Um, I just, like Trayvon said, we've been friends for almost 10 plus years. And it's actually kind of the same with Lou and I. Like, we literally went to school together. And I just was like, that's my fashion friend. And it's like so great to have like friends in the element that you're doing and what you're working on. And to just like have people that you can like bounce ideas off of and just drop stuff to and be like, okay, hey, listen, I'm not doing this right. Am I crazy? Is this me? And they all in the same like, no, friend, you not, you good, you okay. So it's a blessing to be able to just be in a realm with so many of my fashion family at this point because they're no longer friends. Because after you've been in this thing for 10 plus years, you family, you no
Yeah,
longer friends.
yeah.
But a little bit about my line. It's fun. It's full of life. It's just like me. It's very bubbly. It's full of personality. Um, this go round because it's a Christmas show, which I'm like super duper excited about. I am, I guess you would say like a kid at Christmas. First of all, my birthday is in December, so I love Christmas time. Like it's a given. So I'm doing two lines. The one of my lines that I'm presenting, is gonna be the origin of ornaments. I love Christmas trees. I love the decoration of them. I love how, some people really just go into the whole the whole thing. They go all the way out when it comes to Christmas, especially their trees. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that. I can't wait. I'm super excited. And then my other line is gonna be Christmas in Toyland. And again, I'm a big kid, so I'm going to it's coming from toys. Like it's basically like Toy Story meets fashion type situation. So I'm super excited. I can't wait. There's just so much going on. I'm so glad to be a part of this. Yeah.
This is amazing. So sorry, guys. Technology jumped out for a second. So this is cool. So you're talking about your line. Did
Yeah.
you cite your socials so people can follow you?
No, I did not. So, you can follow me on Instagram. It's What's Your Line. It's spelled WHTVURLIME. And that's pretty much what I want to say. I feel like that might be my Twitter as well, but I'm definitely on like Instagram, and my TikTok is Win for the Win, but I'm usually kind of just right now I'm just on Instagram and TikTok. And so yeah, I'm really excited because not only will I be presenting, I'm actually, secrets out. I'm gonna be walking with some of the designers as well. So I also model. I'm just super excited all around to be a part of this show. Like, I just can't wait.
This is amazing. Okay, and so then we have your other designer. Can you introduce your other designer, please? Miss Hollywood. Oh,
You
can y'all
muted?
hear?
No, we can
Oh,
hear you. I think she's trying to unmute herself.
oh, she's trying to unmute herself. Yes.
Hello.
So, okay.
There we go.
All right. Hey, family. You know my fashion family now. I gotta see. Okay. So my name is Lou or Lula for the Winters and I are on 20 plus years at this point. I'm ashamed to say 20, right?
Pull into your camera so we can hear you.
So I got you. I said I've been friends with Winters for over 20 plus years at this point.
and she did a show with Tavon a few months ago, and she was like, it was so much fun, and she told me that you were looking for another design, and she was like, girl, you should go. And I was like, absolutely. So I've been doing lots of shows here in Atlanta, and I've done a couple shows in different places around town and stuff. I did New York Fashion Week in 2023, and I was just like, okay, this is just another opportunity to really like kind of spread my wings and share what I do with the world. So what I do at New Hollywood is what I would like to call like approachable luxury or upscale streetwear. So very versatile, very easy to wear, but also very elegant, and you can put it in any position, right? Any spot you want to go to, you can do dress it up, dress it down, and really just kind of have fun with it. And it's always just a little something different, and that's the gig, you know. It's just it's an unexpected expected.
Oh,
Um,
awesome.
yes.
Yes, this is awesome. So tell us how did you start?
So funny enough, I always tell people like, I have two grandmothers who were very, very sweet to me. One of them whose birthday is Christmas. So this was like her absolute favorite holiday, which made it my absolute favorite holiday by default.
Right.
And so the Christmas tree and like poinsettias was her favorite. You know, she didn't care if you bought her roses, but she loved when you bought her poinsettias. So the Christmas flowers was really kind of like the jump off portion of this theme for me. And she was in one of my earrings that I wore when I went to New York Fashion Week. So she's really just been kind of spiritually carrying me through this whole process. I have another grandmother who actually used to take me thrifting when I was about 5 or 6 years old, and would always show me how to flip and restyle and, you know, what they now is calling, I don't even know what the kids are calling it, upcycling, right? But
Oh,
back then we
yeah,
was just, you know,
upcycling. Yeah.
we were doing our thing. And it taught me how to, if it's not something that you love, make it something that you love. And if it's not something that you love, really take it there. So that way you
Yeah.
really enjoy what you got going on here. And it's an opportunity for you to have something different. My least favorite thing in the world is showing up a place where somebody got on the same thing as me. Unless we all wear black spandex, and then I just have to let them slide. But in general, like it's just been a fun journey. I was given my first sewing machine at 5 years old, and I really haven't stopped. Wintress and I met at fashion school. That's how we became friends. And she was my model back then.
Wow.
And we just been riding this thing out for many, many years. And we know what it's like at 3 o'clock in the morning, hugging this sewing machine on. We got to get to the next thing and to the next thing. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity. I've never been to Denver, so I'm super looking forward to that. I'm nervous about Denver in winter. So you got to.
So look, I'm gonna be honest.
I've been in Georgia for 12 years. I don't even think I own a coat, a silent coat
Well,
anyway.
and I was getting ready to say, pack a pair of shorts and pack a coat. We don't know what we getting because you can get hot and cold all in the same day. So just be prepared.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Baltimore,
Where are you living?
Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
you need to pack the shorts and drink light. Start drinking water, more water today.
Okay, I'll do that. That sound doable. I could do that.
Yeah, that's real talk. So anybody who's thinking about, jumping on a plane, this is what people do, right? They're gonna jump on planes and go see shows. Yeah, increase your water intake today.
Okay, we'll do.
The altitude is like super, super high. As soon as you get off the plane, you're gonna feel it in your chest, like automatically. So that's real. That's real. Like, I live in Charlotte now. I'm from home. I'm from Denver, but every time I get off the plane, you have to walk slow. And I got hips, so I gotta walk a little bit more slow. So you gotta walk slow, so that your body, it takes a minute for your body to adjust to the altitude. So tell us who else you want to bring on. I want to ask some questions. You know what I'm saying? Because
No, go ahead and ask questions. We still got people that are.
yeah, I want to bring your people. I don't keep your people just chilling. So tell me who else you want to bring on. See, Tia just said right now it's 75 degrees.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the weather is totally 1,000% has 10 different personalities.
Listen, I'm like I'm over it. I'm over it. But I will say though, I'm not over it because my hope and my prayer is for that weekend for it to still be semi-warm and for us to not get no snow. That is my hope and prayer.
In the name of Jesus.
I need everybody to come in and go home in one piece.
Yes.
I will hope so.
Because like I said, there's a lot of moving parts to this show. At the designers are here. They're coming from Atlanta. You're coming from Charlotte. I need everything to go without a scene, without any issues. And then once everybody is back on the plane home, Denver can snow. It can do everything that it wants to do. However, that weekend, God, we pray everything.
We all touch and agree. Amen.
Yes.
Okay.
But
let's bring some other people into this conversation.
yeah, so I guess we can keep Winnie and Lula on for a little bit. And let's bring on Will. So one thing I did not mention, and is not on or William per se, that I didn't mention or that is not on the flyer. So again, there's a level of production that I try to add to the mix. And one, thank y'all for adhering to the red memo. I don't feel off. But Will, I'm gonna let him talk about what he does, but he will be bringing a dance portion along with his team to the Carol of the Bells fashion show. So, Will, you can go ahead and talk about what you do.
So can you guys hear me? Okay. So, I just got off of a contract with a dance company here. And so since doing that, I started this group called the Bougie Diamonds because I'm originally from California. So shout out to my dance company in Cali called Revive Dance Company. I broke off and moved here and I was taking care of my grandma, but I kind of missed the dance. And so I started a group so that we could start performing and doing stuff that's just a little bit more like fun and not so like concert like, while also still bringing a lot of creativity without it always having to be so crazy and theatrical. But I do love the theatrics at the end of the day. So that's kind of like the gist of what we do. I like to, the set that I'm bringing is kind of like a play on the Three Wives Tales for Christmas. So you'll see a little bit of contemporary, but I like to do heels because a lot of people have had such a negative connotation with heels. It's always mistreated and thought of as like a slutty or out there, but it really teaches you a lot of sensuality and how to actually love yourself and love your body that you're in, while also still being able to execute some really cool stuff. So that's what I try to bring to all of my creativity and dances and whatever I do artistry wise.
This is amazing. Now tell us, so right now, where are you actually, can I ask where you're located?
I'm in Denver, so I ain't gotta stretch through the snow and all the other stuff to get home.
And so you're back dancing in Denver.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So does that mean you know who Miss Cleo Parker Robinson is?
Yes, that was the dance company I was dancing with for the past 2.5 seasons. So that's where I was at.
I love her. Shout out to the phenomenal Miss Cleo Parker Robinson. I feel like there's not age. And I feel like I don't even know how old she is. She's been around since I was a little girl. But we love her. She's absolutely just like the epitome of grace. I love Miss Cleo so much. All right, so let's bring in some of you. We have James hanging out here. And I don't know if you wanted to bring him up. So we have James.
Okay, well, yeah, let's bring James in.
Hi, James. All things
What's
sound.
up, family? How y'all doing?
Red.
Yeah, I got the memo. You know, I listen. I can listen sometimes. What's up, fam? How y'all doing?
Good. So
My
James,
yo. Sorry.
What's up, man?
Let me act professional.
So tell the people about yourself, who you are, what you do.
Yeah, my name is James. James F.D. Chavers is my quote-unquote stage name. But I am a gospel recording artist. I am an audio engineer and a longtime friend of Travon. So I'm super excited for this experience. He's been my stylist forever, you know, a friend forever, you know, all the good stuff. So I'm super excited to be a part of this experience and to share the stage, share the experience with other artists, with other gifts, with other expressions of art, and all that great stuff. I'm super excited. It's gonna be a good time.
I love expressions of art. And shout out to your pastor. Am I right by saying your pastor? Pastor Tim Boston.
Yes.
Okay, shout out to Pastor Tim Boston. I love him very dearly.
Yep, that's my pastor, the Ark International Worship Center. If y'all looking for somewhere to worship on Saturdays at 5, shameless plug. Y'all come see us.
How brilliant this one. I know this about Trayvon, but I want to shout out to Pastor Boston. A lot of times, Trayvon, this is just who I am. A lot of times, what happens in creative spaces on other spaces, everybody's trying to do the same thing at the same time. So can I just give y'all a little tip? We all can't sit on the phone with the leather on at the same time, okay? So everybody's doing the AI same thing, and what happens is it gets cluttered, and that's why it doesn't last as long. So what I give shout out to Pastor Boston, I thought it was so brilliant of him to have church on Saturdays at 5 because the lane is not full. This is not to say the church is on Sunday at 11 o'clock is bad, okay? But it's to say that he found a niche and he's working that niche very well. So that's a little tidbit. Sometimes I love what Miss Hollywood said, if I'm saying this right, that she wanted to do something different with the streetwear because she doesn't like seeing herself. And so the truth is, when you're trying to do something you've never done, you're going to go against the grain, right? Everybody's not going to agree. Salt and Pepper, when they cut their hair off, like kind of on one side, people thought that was crazy. It was actually an accident. It happened by accident for Salt and Pepper, but the inside of that comes doing something no one's ever done. Spinderella was the only female DJ of her kind at the time. So when you're trying to do something different, you have to be okay going against the grain, but that's how you win. All right. So I love this because he's doing something different. Most of the time, again, in Denver, we've been used to the Heritage Christian Centers, these spaces doing Christmas plays and, the pandemic and all 100 things happen. And it's really easy to say, well, let's not do anything. I love Trayvon for this moment. So we have changed. But this person, who else do you want to bring?
Looks like another designer actually joined the chat. Missy is on.
Missy, if you're Missy, wait. Okay. Hi, Miss Sweet. Hi, Missy. How are you?
Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I did not get the red memo.
It is totally okay.
It's in my
hair. Okay. So Missy, just introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, and then talk a little bit about the line that you are going to be showcasing at the show.
Well, I'm Missy, Champlain Couture, and I believe fashion with a loving purpose. So everything I do is free. I try to help people build their portfolios by doing fashion shows and photo shoots, and then I gift them the outfits that I've made specifically for them. So I love that this is about Jesus too. And I saw you guys saying that, I was like, I fit in here. So yes, I'm so excited. To be around such gifted and like-minded people. Yes.
Yes. So again, to reiterate, for those who are also just now joining us, the idea of this Christmas show has been birthed for a really long time. However, I've sat on it for a while. And like I was explaining at the beginning, and James, I seen that face. Because he's
you have a habit of doing that, but we're not it's all right.
We're gonna leave that right there. We're gonna leave that right there. So I sat on the idea for a while. But this year I feel like my heartstrings was tugged on to really do something. Again, because it's the holidays, with the government shut down, with all of the things that are going on right now, people aren't traveling. Nothing is really, people aren't going anywhere. Just the nature of, just walking out the house, things don't feel safe, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So people are looking, I feel like there is a need for people to actually be able to go somewhere, feel safe, and be able to enjoy themselves. And why not do it centered around one of the most cherished times of the year. And like I said, Denver, I grew up, Yolanda, James, all of those that we're Denver natives. Every week something was going on, whether it be Heritage, whether it be anywhere. You could go somewhere and enjoy something Christmas related, whether it was a Christmas play, a Christmas musical, something. And I feel like that nature, that atmosphere has kind of drifted away. So I wanted to kind of light a fire up under that again. So I felt like now of all times, this show was in essence needed. So as much as I didn't want it to grow and have legs, the show has definitely grown. And as you see, there's a whole lot more people that we want to share with you guys tonight. But right now we are at, I want to say, 8 designers. That does not include me, so 9 total. We're at 4 singers, Will and his dance team, so we technically have a total of 5 performers. And then we have a slew of models. I think we're at 28. So it's a full house. It's a full
And let me
house.
be clear, he did not tell me any of this. He just said, you want to do the fast one. I didn't know that we had turned into, like Denver Fashion Week.
Denver Fashion Week,
I know we
absolutely.
turned into this, but this is amazing, right? So we definitely are excited. We're gonna say this announcement again. Denver, in Denver, Colorado, Carol of the Bells, December 13th, at Zion Center. And listen, you should come because not only a lot of us are church kids, but the truth is there were a lot of things going on in Denver. It wasn't just church.
Yeah.
It was the symphony. It was this over here. It was this over there. There were a variety of things happening for people to participate in the holidays. So this is really something amazing that you all should really consider coming out to. And listen, it's a whole weekend of things. So you can go over to his thing and you can get some fast. You come over and me get some Jesus. And my Jesus is free. So you can go pay a little bit of money and look nice and come get some Jesus. So let's have some more conversation. So we have some more people in the audience that we want to bring up. I saw 2 of my favorite people out in the audience that I just, I get real excited when I see them. So tell me.
So let's pivot a little bit. So, and again, everybody on here is like family. Everybody I've known for a minute. I think Will right now, you're the newest newcomer to the group, but when we met and when I got to experience his dance team, it was a no-brainer that it was something that I wanted to add to the production. And Missy, we've done productions together. We've been, friends for a minute. Like I said, my relationship with Wintress is 10 plus years. Lula, of course, she was brought to me via Wintress. So when she actually arrives and lands in the city, it'll be our first time physically meeting. But like I said, family is all around me. So I would be remiss if I did not invite up my auntie. I've known her as my auntie. But Toki, she is actually on here. And let her discuss a little bit of what she does. Her, along with her sister, which is my other auntie, Tina, as well as another good friend named Samia. They are heading, or they're spearheading the glam side of things. So they will be taking care of the models and getting them together. They're both on here. Look at God.
Hi.
Yeah, I think Toki might have popped out. Okay. Is Toki in here? Toki? I think I saw you, but I didn't hear you. So first of all, let me get this out right now. When you see me see these girls, you're going to see me jump up and down like I just saw I love these people. I've known them forever and a day. I don't even remember the day I met them. But we've known each other for years. We've sang together forever.
Hello.
He's one of my favorite people in the whole universe. I think Tokyo. I feel like
Come on, Red.
love them because they have been fabulous forever before fabulous was fabulous. Okay, and if you've never seen them, you don't really understand my expression at this moment. But seriously, these girls have been amazing. The moms are amazing. It's just a whole family of amazingness. And they've been doing for them good. So I'm excited. I didn't know I was gonna get this surprise today. And their laughs are contagious. All right. So hi Tina.
Hi, how are you?
I'm super. I'm excited. All right, so let's talk about it. Come on, Shayvon. The girls are doing glam.
So again, they are spearheading the glam side of things. We have been talking for a minute. I honestly want to say ever since the Dollhouse show, and I decided that I was going to finally do the Christmas show. I had sent out the message ahead of time. Look, these three. This is who I want. Like, it's not an option. Like, let's talk. Like, what we need to do to get this together. And we've been sending, I've been sending ideas to them as far as what I was thinking would work for both, I guess, the designers, and would collate throughout all of the designers' looks and what they're bringing to the table. So I'm interested to hear from them what they are thinking, or how are they feeling about what I sent them. And yeah, talk a little bit about what it is that they do, because they don't, of course, I don't think anybody here just does one thing. Like I said, Wintress, she designs, but she also models, so you'll see her 1,000 times that night. So everybody does more than one thing. William, he dances, but he's also modeling. So it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of moving parts. So I want them to talk a little bit about what it is they do, as well as the idea or the looks that they'll be bringing to the table for the show.
Well, hello, everyone. It's good to see you, Yolanda.
Is that Toki?
It's Tina.
No, that's Tina.
Oh, hi, okay, Tina, y'all sound the same. Okay, so hi, Tina.
Hi. Okay, so my name is Tina. I am a licensed esthetician and the owner of a skin studio called Face Mode, located in Denver, Colorado. But in the show, I will be the retired makeup artist. So afterwards, I don't know how I'm going to feel. But I am glad that he invited me to be a part. I love him so much, and I just can't say no to him sometimes. But I think I need to start. So after this, we're going to see what happens. But I love you.
I love you too. We're going to have to talk about that.
This is awesome. Okay, I don't want to get the other makeup artist's name incorrect.
So Samia actually is not on. So you actually brought on Serena. So Serena, we are going to get to you in a second, because Serena is going to be a part of the model portion. She's one of the models in the show.
Okay.
So we'll get to Serena in a second, or I guess we could actually pivot that way now. Wow.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, so now we can pivot to the model portion. So it looks like we have Katya. You can actually bring Serena back up.
I didn't take her out. I think she might have removed herself. Okay.
Hello.
So these are two of the models that is a part of the show. I don't know if any of the other models are on. But so model wise, you have William is on. I have to keep correcting myself, because we have a William and then we have a Will. So we have William. We have Katya. Serena was just on. I don't know if she jumped off or what. Um, so yeah, there are models in the show as well. Like I said, some are serving multi purposes. Like I said, Wintress is a designer as well as Will is performing with his, his dance group. And then yeah, we just have a slew of, like I said, 28. I think the roster is at right now. So a few of them stopped by just to say hello, introduce themselves. Monsoon, there she goes.
Hello,
So
everyone.
I guess we could start with Monsoon and then Serena, and then I don't know what that sound is. But Monsoon, introduce yourself, talk about social media handles. Y'all can talk about rehearsal a little bit within reason. And then I guess what it's like working with me.
Awesome. Well, hello, everyone. Good evening. I see some familiar faces. It's great to see y'all again. Am I gargling? I don't know. Like, I hear it, but I don't know if I'm gargling.
Yeah, I thought it was me.
No, go ahead and
Okay.
talk. You
It
will.
could just be. Okay. But yeah, I'm Monsoon. I am a model and nail artist. I've been modeling for almost 4 years now, so a little while. But I just started working with Trey this summer. We actually did another event. Um, it was a festival where we showcased one of his collections as well. But I love working with Trey. I like the level of professionalism that he expects with his shows, but he knows how to keep it fun. He knows how to keep it fresh. And yeah, I love who he collaborates with. I'm excited to see everyone come back from East Coast and see new faces as well. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh,
Cool. Uh-oh.
She tapped
Okay.
herself. So
Okay.
this is
So
exciting. So while we're waiting for people kind of get a little adjusted,
mhm.
um, so here's my question I like to ask everybody. So with everybody here is a creative of some kind, I would love to know with the age of technology, like AI, because you can't AI makeup. Well, some of y'all try to. I mean, in person you cannot AI that. All right. So I would love to know with the age of technology, all the things that are happening with like when the do-it-yourself age. So when they would come to a seamstress, now they're just going to YouTube and they're cutting up the stuff themselves. How does that? I'm a singer and a graphic designer. So people shout out to Canva. The Canva woman who created Canva, but it comes where people feel like they can just skip over you and do it yourself. But I say, I'd rather Travon make me the dress. Okay. I'm not gonna buy it from the store because he understands. I mean, I can sew a little bit, but he understands what I don't. And so I love to know how that makes you all feel. Anybody, you can go in whichever order you want. But even with Tia, like everybody's doing facials. She told me something I think about very often. We did a live when I first started going live, and she said, Yolanda, people should use white towels. And when she explained the whole thing, I just want you to know there's not a white towel in my house anywhere, right? So it's because of the knowledge and the things she's gained over time. How does that make you all feel with these changes? How does that affect your lane?
Well, I'll start. I think what for me, I think social media as well as AI and everything has kind of made people feel like everybody can do everything.
Mm-hmm.
I am a firm believer, and hence why all these parties are involved. I'm a firm believer, and I will do what I can. I'm good at pulling everybody together, getting everybody in one room. I'm good at playing my role as being the designer. I'm good at doing the rehearsals and doing all of the logistics. However, I am not a makeup artist. That's not my lane. I can tell you what I want to see, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to add that to my list of things to do. And that's where I go and I pull the people in that I know is great at what they do, i.e., my auntie Tina, Toki, and Samia, and bring them to the table and give them, because that's the other thing, making sure that everybody is in an environment that is conducive to being able to create. and do what it is that they do and bring that to the table. I think that's a big thing that is the problem now is social media has people thinking that you can do everything. And because people think that they can do everything, us as creatives that really try to make this a passion or really try to, push the boundaries of what it is that we do, we get lost because you got a lot of people that think that just because they can sew a button on something, they're calling themselves a designer, and that's not the case. Or just because somebody can pick up a brush, they call themselves a makeup artist and they go and ruin somebody's experience. And now, you have people who are upset or feel a type of way towards a makeup artist or a designer, or they feel slighted. So that's my experience with now and social media and AI. It has people thinking that they can do everything, and that's not the case.
This is good.
Anybody?
James.
Yeah, I'll go. I think, specifically with like DIY culture, one of the things that I feel like people lack is a desire for quality. I'll use specifically the lane of graphic design. If I see one more word art looking flyer, when you can call somebody like Yolanda Morant and pay her fee and get it done professionally, get it done in timely manner, get it done with color theory. Hello, y'all, did y'all go to school for color theory? No, you didn't go to school. You don't know color theory. Why you got yellow and fuchsia, right? Like I like just all the things. I think that there was a lack of a need, a love, a desire for quality. And I do believe at some level that has come from, it's kind of just this fast-paced social media. You could get on TikTok with your cell phone in terrible lighting and become viral in 2 seconds. You can get, versus being in a situation where you say, okay, I'm going to release a music video and I'm actually going to get a professional videographer. I'm going to get a professional makeup artist, or I'm going to take my pictures. I'm going to get a professional makeup artist for my promo pictures. Or, versus now people are like, oh, I'm going to take this raggedy picture on my iPhone and let AI make me look like somebody that's not even me. And so now I get there and I done catfished everybody that came to see whoever was on that flyer, because that wasn't me. So I think that though that's kind of what we said, or what we deal with, is that people have to have a desire for quality again. One thing I think for me, just kind of growing up, the music industry wise, kind of just church events, all that jazz it wasn't super accessible to everyone, meaning that you kind of had to come with it at some level to go somewhere or to do something. You had to come with the graphics. You had to come with the, and so I live by that standard because that's what I grew up with. I'm afraid, maybe is the word I'll use, that coming generations and whatnot won't come with that same level of standard and expertise or desire to be at a certain level, a certain standard moving forward. We can look at kind of in just kind of the performing world today. People are okay. Okay, this is the last thing I'll say. I went to a concert. And I was there. I was able to go in early for sound check, and the artist was angry at the sound engineer because the auto-tune situation wasn't working. But they were supposed to be a singer, and they're like, "Oh, I can't do my show without my auto-tune." And I said, "Oh, all right. We didn't have auto-tune. So either you sound like the record, or you didn't sound like the record. And if you don't sound like the record, people gonna talk about you." But stuff like that. I just feel like we're at a place where we've got to get back to the desire for quality. And if we get back to that desire, then some of these things won't be a problem. And then there is a niche for us. There are people who still desire people that do stuff at a professional level. And we just kind of have to just now, this is me being the church boy. We got to trust God that who he sends us is all we need to make the difference. And if we need $1 million, he'll send us 1 millionaire, and we got what we need.
Absolutely. I want to ask that to one of the models. One of the models on here.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go to Katia, because she hasn't said anything yet. So introduce yourself, and then I guess you can answer the question.
All right. Hi, can everyone hear me? Okay, great. Hi, everyone. Super excited to be here. Yeah, I worked with Travon on his last show, which was super fun. It was a great environment to be in, and it definitely, was a production that I, haven't seen before, like, haven't seen anything like that before, and I know this is going to be the exact same, if not better. And yeah, he always involves people that, want to step out of their comfort zone, do something fun, do something different, and I am super excited to be part of this as well. I kind of started modeling, quote unquote, this year. So I'm kind of new to it, but again, super grateful for Trey and, the fact that he brought, people that have already worked with him and also brought on some new faces that we get to see how they carry themselves and how they are as creatives. So I'm really excited for the show next month. Um, in terms of social media and AI, it's kind of you know um, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because I find myself kind of having a hard time differentiating what's reality and what's not. And yeah, I believe that we do have to really cherish creativity and art in its true form. And we do have to stand by, you know, the human touch that comes with art because that's very sacred. And I believe that art is healing. And everything that, Trey is involving in the show, all forms of the art are, special in their own ways, and they do deserve to be showcased properly and not altered from their true form. So I do think that as humans, we need to come back to our roots and, the times before technology even existed and really cherish, just art and the creation of art as something that, is sacred and is healing to a lot of people. Yeah, so I think we just got to be careful with it, but it also can come as a positive. Obviously, to share your art with others is a privilege through social media and technology and all of that. Um, and I don't know, I don't like to think of it negatively. I like to see the positives in what has come of, social media and the internet. But yeah, you do got to be careful with it. I do believe that, you know, we're doing everything we can in the right way, and we're bringing art to life. And we are privileged to be able to share that art with this show in other forms through technology. So super excited and grateful to be here.
This is cool. Lime, I'm going to say your name wrong, so I don't want to mispronounce it. But you have the company Lime and Co. or Miss Hollywood. I would love to know what you all think because I have seen 890. I'm a social media girl, so I see 899 do it yourselves every day. How does that affect what you do? Because you went to fashion school, right? So not only have you been doing this for your whole life, you went to fashion school. You know it as experience, and you know it as a gift, but you also know it as an actual, if I can use the word trade. You know it as you actually see the art of it. How does it affect you? Not just the AI part, but the do it yourself. Like oh, I don't need the scissors. I can go cut up the jeans, stuck in the shirt and collar hang up myself.
I'm so grateful that you guys asked this question tonight, and especially
Oh,
as
you can a little bit.
say that again. I'm sorry.
Come into your phone so we can hear you.
Okay. Um, I believe that everybody has an opportunity to be creative. So just because you saw it and you think you can do it, try it, right? Because you never know where that leads to. That opportunity opens itself up. But I don't want anybody to start to devalue somebody else's opportunity and trade. And one of the things that kind of I guess that frustrates me as a designer and as an artist is when we get into the spaces of where we're creating something, and some of these big box brands that do fast fashion come and steal our designs, and they're able to replicate them a lot faster and a lot quicker because they have the production and the means to be able to do something like this. Where we can get somebody who we love a custom dress that we've made, and they'll say, "Well, I can get it cheaper and I can get it faster from one of these blah 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 places," and that's great and everything, but that loses its special. The idea behind everything that we do is because it is custom made, because it is a one of a kind, because I mean we don't sit here hours and hours and hours sewing something just so you can go buy someplace else for $12. Like that doesn't make any sense to us. Some of the material that myself and Winters was looking at just the other day, even this the material raw before you even started cutting on it was over $12 a yard. And some of these, it just doesn't make any sense to us as a designer that people would devalue the skill set. Everybody doesn't have it. And yes, cutting and pasting is wonderful. We can all do it. We all did it at preschool, right? But is it wearable? Is it valuable? Is it something that's going to be obtainable later on? There's times and places for a cut and paste. There's times and places for a glue gun. But it has to be more than that. And the fact that we are devaluing the artistry of what we're doing is really what kind of frustrates me. Here in Atlanta, two things versus that kind of are starting to raise up is that um, because AI is so prevalent on social media, a lot of designers have transferred into using AI models, which has left a lot of models out of work. Not necessarily out of paid work, but just out of work in general. Like they can't do a lot of shows and they can't do a lot of photo shoots and stuff like that. Well, because it's financially more efficient to do digitals. I've definitely been one of those people and advocates to make sure whoever's come through the branches with me, whoever come through the leaves with me, are supposed to come up when I come up and grow as well. So if I've been growing and they've been growing with me, we're all going together. I don't want to leave anybody behind in that particular space. If you've seen my potential from the beginning, I want you to see what the mountaintop looks like as well. And people don't value that level of connection. And one of the things I really appreciate is that there are places for AI. There's also places for digitizing and stuff in this industry because it's just another outlet for us to be creative. But if it's only used to diminish what we're doing, then we're losing it. We're losing the artistry behind it. We're losing the God-given ability. God doesn't give everybody the creativity bug. Everybody doesn't get that. We're lucky to be on this platform to be able to be around people who does have that. And you're right. I'm not a makeup artist. I know what it's supposed to look like, but I'm not going over there painting nobody's faces because it's just ain't gonna work out for them, right? And so I would never try to step out of my lane to do that. But there's a lot of people who say, "Oh, I can cut and put some bows on something, so that'd be enough." It's not enough anymore, And so you really have to make yourself stand out. And I think it's unfair that people start to devalue the talent and the level and the skill set of years and years of craftsmanship. We're not charging just on like the materials and what it took today to make. We're charging like I had to learn some stuff. I had to sit in a couple classes. I had to pay the student loans back to get this skill. So, this is what it shows up as to be able to get you something special. People don't value that as much as they should.
Thank you so much. That's so good. Yes, ma'am, please.
I'm so glad that you asked this question. It's funny because like I've literally asked this question a few times where you just all of a sudden somebody has printed something on a t-shirt and now they a designer and you're like, wait a minute. Like, no, that's not how that works. And it with me, like because I'm so passionate about it, it frustrates me to the core. Like, okay, you done put a couple outfits together for you in your closet. Now you a stylist. Or you done printed something on a t-shirt. Now you a designer. No, that's not how it works. Do you know the different types of fabric? Do you know the different types of material? You know what's good for people's skin. Like it's things like that that you really have to know and want to know. Whereas opposed to it's you haven't even sat at the sewing machine and now all of a sudden you're a designer. No, not at all. Absolutely not. So I agree with what everyone was saying because it's like you have to honestly have that passion and have that skill and the patience, the love, the creativity to want to just be in that realm as opposed to just, oh, well, I can do this now. No, no, you think you can, and it's good that you can try. However, if you haven't put in the blood, sweat, and tears, I really don't think you should claim that title. Or I really don't think you should call yourself a seamstress because, like you said, you've sewn a couple buttons on. Like, go to somebody who actually knows what they're doing. Go to somebody who you know for a fact that if you get this piece made, it's not gonna fall apart, or you're not gonna have to come back to them within a couple of wears to get it fixed. No, that's the genuine of it. That's why most people who design and make clothes, it's love put into that. It's seriously a thing about blood, sweat, and tears because like you've sat at the sewing machine crying or cursing your machine out, or you have this love-hate relationship. And you actually, when something is made by hand or by that one person, you actually feel it. The person feels it when they wear it. Like certain clothes that you wear, you kind of just, when you put it on, you just get this feeling about it. Like you like, oh, it's something about this. That's what being a designer is. That's what it gives. It gives us that feeling. And for so many people and AI even to just be like, oh well, now you can do this, like everyone is saying, it devalues the hard work that everybody, as that little old lady that's sitting at the sewing machine as Sheen is only getting 12 cents for it, is putting in. So it's like it's crazy. It's a whole lot. But I'm glad you touched on that. And even with the modeling part of it, because I do both, you have so many people that like have taken a picture with a good filter. Now they a model, and you're like, what? What do you mean? Like you got models that actually have been putting in the work and meeting up with creepy photographers and going through what they have to go through only for you to just come in because you had a good picture or you posed in a certain way and now somebody was like, oh, you should be a model. No, it's more to it than that. And if you don't understand the grit behind any of it, I really don't think that you should claim anything other than what it is that you're good at. Like everybody said, I love me a good beef face. Now, could I do it? Absolutely not. But I know this, and I'm gonna stay in my lane. I crochet, I model, I design. That's where my lane is. I'm gonna point you in the direction of somebody. Hey, this good girlfriend over here, she's a good face beater. Go to her. Like that's what we need more of, as opposed to trying to do everything ourselves and trying to save a dollar because it's like people again they don't want the quality of it, they want to go the cheap way, and that's not always the case. And it just, I don't know, that particular subject just kind of boils my blood every time.
Yeah, I think it's sensitive to anybody who has worked hard at the craft. And Trayvon, it's like this is crazy. Like you've been designing for 5 minutes, and now and I. It's not that I think creatives don't want more people in the space. It's that again, if you've been designing since it's always since you were 5. If you've been doing sound, I think James has been doing sound since I'm there. He's been doing sound since he was 1 year old. Like I think if you've been doing this for a long time, it's a part of not only your life or your your income. It's a part of your being. Right, I wake up with music in my head every day, so this is a part of my being. I think it's hard for people who don't understand that to understand how creatives can feel about a music artist. I won't say them wrong, about an 8-hour music artist, and it's like no, we have worked, sweat and tears for this moment. So is there another makeup artist on here?
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if Auntie Toby is still on here. But while we're looking for her, it looks like Mahid, and I think Serena, they are also models. They joined. So we'll let them introduce themselves really quick.
Please.
Okay, can you guys hear me? Perfect. So yeah, my name is Madi, and I'm new to all this. I'm recently got into modeling, and a few good pictures actually really inspired me to to actually take on this, you know. But I can actually see there's more to it. I'm in for learning all this, so I'm diving right in to get exposed to this world, and I'm really excited to meet really cool people through this journey, and I'm already met amazing people, and I'm in for the journey. So, but yeah, thank you all for having me here, and thank you, Trey, for casting me on the show, and I think for me it's like, okay, what I'm still surprised with all of this. I'm in surprise for the journey, so it's all new to me, but I'm surprised in a good way. So I'm excited for all of this. Thank you, guys.
So what I will say very quickly is nobody really knows the ins and outs of everything until the day of. Now, all of these parties,
Yeah.
they give me their yes, and I'm like, okay, you just you show up during call time, and then you start to see how the production takes legs. Everybody takes on their individual parts. The models
Yep.
they've been rehearsing, and of course it's just them. So for them to join tonight and then see a bunch of other faces, it's like, okay, what did I really get myself into? So I hope after tonight, nobody's yes turns into a no. But that's the whole thing is to make sure that um I bring something different. I mean, everybody can do a fashion show. Everybody, I mean, we just talked about it. Everybody's calling themselves a designer. Everybody is calling themselves a model. Everybody's calling themselves a music artist. Everybody's calling themselves a makeup artist. I mean, we're seeing it firsthand. Lula is at the sewing machine as we're on live. Like, I mean, this is something that we all do wholeheartedly, and we do it not just because it's something to do. We do it, one, because we love it, and two, because we love how it makes us feel. I can't say that there's one person on here that or has not or was on here that just this is just something that they do just cuz. um so yeah, like I said, essentially I pride myself on one, and I don't want anybody to feel slighted when I say this, but you have your Denver Fashion Weeks, you have all of those things going on, right? With all of those things going on, some people are never seen. I mean, some people don't get the opportunity to do your New York Fashion Weeks and all of those things. So when I bring parties to my events, it's not about getting, it's not a popularity contest, if you will. Everybody that is in my show that is a designer, it is somebody that sits at a sewing machine. It's not a boutique that purchases clothes off of Shein and is calling themselves a designer. Because let's be honest, again, me as a designer that sits at a sewing machine, Lula, Winnie, we sit at a sewing machine. So we do feel slighted when you go and buy something off Shein and say that this is something that you designed, and we see 20 other people across town walking around in it. No, you didn't design that. You're a boutique. There's a different terminology for that. So I just but yeah, so everybody that is a designer in this show is the actual designer. They sit at a sewing machine. Every person that is a artist or performer, this is what they do. They rehearse. They actually physically sing. They do these things. These models, they attend rehearsals. So you're not just in for something that's thrown together on the 13th. You're in for experiencing blood, sweat, and tears of what we all do on a daily outside of our 9 to 5s or outside of actually going and clocking in somewhere. But I know a few people have to drop off, so we'll go ahead and tell everybody your social media handles. And if there's anybody else that needs to drop off, let everybody know your social media so we can pull some other people on, because I think Josiah, who is another model, entered the chat. So
William dropped off. So we might have dropped off. So Josiah is having sometimes they take issues. Sometimes they take issues. And he want people to know that they can find him online on Instagram at Josiah Hartment, Harment. So if you want to follow him, you can follow him there. He is a model, I believe. And then one person, William, I wanted to share something.
Yeah, sorry. I'm back.
Okay, you back. I think what you do is so phenomenal. Dance is so incredible. I know you got a shot. You got to go. I want you to share your socials, because to me, one thing that AI could not replace. Do it yourself. You can tap all you want to, but when you study dance and you study how to move your body, it is. I just think it is a beautiful thing. And I just love what you got. I'm very excited to see you do what you do in person. So please share your socials.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at Prince_WWIILL, or on Facebook at William Davis. I don't normally share whatever's on Instagram, so those two are like your best ways to find me.
This is awesome. I'm so excited to have you guys. So yes, you get to see William perform live. Is this correct?
Yeah.
We'll get to see perform live December 15th at the fashion show. I think it's going to be incredible. So you're not just getting fashion, you're getting dance, you're getting music, you're getting a lot of elements on that night. December 13th in Denver, Colorado at the Zion Center. All right, so let's keep it along. So I'd like to get Travon your last thoughts or comments, and what people can do. They can connect. What's most important. There's something else that's going to be doing that night. So we're going to be doing giving back to the community. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so again, if you are in the Denver area, if you plan to be in Denver for Christmas or whatever the case may be, definitely come out December the 13th. Like I said, as of right now, even still to this moment, I have not seen any other events that will be taking place that are Christmas related. So definitely come out December the 13th and then experience the beauty of the holidays, which this event is Christmas on steroids is what I'm calling it. So the idea behind the show is a kid or a child falls asleep the night before Christmas and just Christmas explodes in her mind. So every designer, every model, every artist that you've seen tonight, makeup, all of that, we are all collaborating to pull together the magic of the holidays. And you will, like I said, it is a well-rounded show. You will receive from the origin of an ornament down to poinsettia, the Christmas flower, down to what I am calling the ultimate gift. So you will receive that other side of things. Oh, hey, Emma.
Hi.
You will also, just you're coming to experience the magic of the holidays. And then, of course, the next night, you have SNL, which is Sunday Night Live, which is Yolanda's event, which is also pretty much, hey, everybody's coming home for the holidays, or if you are coming home for the holidays, definitely come out and enjoy the true meaning of Christmas, what, us as believers, what we see as the true meaning of Christmas, which is Jesus Christ. So you will get the church side of things, if you will. So we're gonna have a good time that weekend, and just enjoy ourselves. And like Yolanda mentioned, both events are not just about being in the building and Emma, turn your phone a little bit because you there you go.
There we go.
So you will get to experience a the weekend is going to be well-rounded. You're going to get the fashion, you're going to get the, you can come and shop a little bit because we have vendors involved. But we also want to give back. So at both events, you can come and pretty much bring canned goods, bring a gift for or a toy for a kid. And we will make sure that we get those to families or people in need, because the holidays, like I said in the beginning of our live, the holidays also bring a difficult time of year for some people. So at both events, you can bring canned goods, you can bring perishable items, or you could just bring a gift for a kid, and we will make sure that it gets to the proper individual. But Emma joined the chat. She's another model, so we'll allow her to introduce herself really quickly.
Hi, I'm Emma. I am kind of new to runway. I've been modeling boudoir and fashion for a little while, but I am incredibly excited to be a part of this show and to be a part of something big and exciting and wonderful as this. I don't really know too much else to say about myself. I'm just incredibly excited to be a part of this, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, this is going to be so amazing. So let's make sure people understand the biggest part really is Trayvon. I just get to tag on to it. So there is the Carol of the Bells fashion show December 13th in Denver, Colorado at the Zion Center. People can you tell people how to get their tickets?
Yeah, so again, you can purchase your tickets via Eventbrite. Like I said, the Eventbrite link will be actually as soon as we hop off of this live. All of the models, as well as myself, as well as designers, everybody, we will be flooding social media with the information, with the flyer and everything. So you can definitely reach out to any of us to either get physical tickets. So just hit one of us up, say, hey, I want to purchase a ticket. I will say that we are in a tight space as far as VIP. So if you want to get your VIP ticket, definitely get that ASAP before it is too late. But yeah, you can get it via Eventbrite. That's pretty much Eventbrite, Anthony Rose, FP. And the main page will come up and you'll just have to pivot to the Carol of the Bells page. Or, like I said, hit up one of the models, designers, anybody that is associated with the show. And we will reach out and we will get you that physical ticket. And really quickly, Serena, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hi, Serena here. I'm super excited to be a part of this show. I was actually part of Dollhouse, which was totally a blast. Sorry about earlier. I was having some technical issues, so my bad. But we got that figured out. I'm super excited. I'm actually dancing with Will as well, so I'm modeling and dancing. I think it's an awesome space to be a creative because you can really just be yourself, and Trey really allows us and gives us a space, a safe place to just be us, and it's really nice. So I love working with Trey. I always will, as long as he'll let me. So thank you. You can always find me on Instagram, Sunshine, but instead of an I with a Y and then 3 2s. That's pretty much on everything, and then that links to my Facebook, so you'll find that from there. And yes, rehearsals, we do rehearsals. That is super fun, and you guys are really in for a treat. So please show up, come support.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I love it. This is going to be great. So thank you, Trayvon, shout out to Freedom Radio for letting us have the Let's Talk conversation here. And again, it's going to be a great weekend. I think, people meet people out here. They absolutely cannot leave from Denver, but we absolutely 1,000% are. And we're going to do some really great things. Again, I'm honored Trayvon let me tell you because I just actually don't do one thing that I want to do because I'm a kid and I love fashion, and I felt like there's a lot of things that our city needs, and I think this would be great. Right, so you can come. Listen, even if you're not the faith person, this is why I want to help you. Even if you're not the faith person, okay, you can still come. This is an event open to everybody, no matter who you are, creed, color. It doesn't matter. You can come, you can hang out, and this is a great affordable event. Okay, you know, money's a little tight, so this is a great event you can come to that's affordable. You can bring your day, you can bring your kids, you can just come and hang out because this is gonna be good. So, Trayvon, last words. Your guest, any last words?
So I'm excited. Again, Carol of the Bells. Just imagine Christmas on steroids. I will say again, like all parties are working diligently to pull this show together. You guys are in for a treat. And I am honored to pretty much again be able to pull together so many different parties, so many different entities. Like I said, a lot of them, I don't think they know what they were getting themselves into when they gave me their yes. And again, I hope tonight didn't scare anybody. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be great. For the models that are seeing this, we have rehearsal on the 29th, so I expect to see all of you. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I can't wait. But December the 13th, if you absolutely are in Denver, please, you don't want to miss out. You definitely want to be in the building. We are gonna have a good time. Even down to my Dollhouse fashion show, I got a lot of messages afterwards like, oh my God, I'm sorry I missed it. This one you don't want to miss. Like I said, Christmas on steroids. So that's all I have. We still have Serena, we still have Wintress, we still have Lula. If y'all have anything else y'all want to share as far as the production is concerned?
I'm just happy to go worldwide with y'all.
And listen.
Worldwide.
I'm super excited for the show. It's gonna be like an extremely fun one because it's like you have performers, you have singers, you have models, you have fashion. It's like there's so much to the show that it's just like I feel like this one's gonna be even better than Dollhouse. So I'm super
that's
excited.
the goal. The goal is to
Yes.
definitely keep going higher. So yes, that is the goal.
Get better every time. So this one, it's gonna be even better. So you missed this one, you're really gonna be sorry if you missed the last one.
But just to also throw that out there, we currently have 2 vendor slots left. So if you are looking to advertise your business or sell your products, definitely reach out to me. Like I said, 2 vendor slots left. As well as if you would just like to advertise a future event or something in the program, definitely reach out to me and let me know. Again, December the 13th, you want to be there. You want to be in the building. December 14th, for those that are still in Denver, yeah, like you don't have nothing else to do. And again, like I said, right now we are the only Christmas events as of right now that I have physically seen. So definitely come out because December the 13th, December the 14th is going to be a Christmas explosion that you don't want to miss. Definitely come and experience the magic of Christmas as well as the true meaning of Christmas and what that means to us as believers. So yeah,
it's gonna be great. And listen, it's the thing. I grew up in the 1900s and 90s, so that means I grew up going outside. And I think a lot of people. I didn't realize as still an adult how beautiful it was to go outside. You learn so many things. You learn how to get along with others. You learn this. You learn, and so I'm saying that to say it's okay to come outside again and meet new people. You may have always wanted to have a dress made. Then you get to meet these wonderful, designers. You may have always wanted to understand modeling. You get to meet the models. Whatever it is, you can't do that if you're not around people. You find a husband. You find a wife. But you can't do that if you're not outside. Okay, so come to the event. It's going to be really great. I'm super excited about this opportunity. We're going to have a good time. All right? So that's what you do. You can like and share this live tonight. Again, please make sure that if you come, you support. If you're already in Denver, then you should already see it. All right, y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's such a pleasure to meet all of you, and we'll see you soon. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.